Such a great combination of gameplay concepts. While the mountain scaling seemed to be pimped out the most during the promo videos I saw, they were cool, but it was mostly just a novelty. Not a bad novelty though. There's also fast-paced third-person shooting while you're diving in and out of cover, blasting aliens to pieces. Screw sticking to the ground though, there's also a rocket pack strapped to your back. Take to the skies and start blasting down enemy aircraft, or just hijack one for yourself. It is so bad ass. You'll be flying between bases, defending your people on foot, and then rocketing off to another location to take down baddies, eliminating everything in your path. This is the kind of stuff that doesn't get seen very often, and it actually kind of reminded me of Robotech Battle Cry for the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. Yeah, the video game could have been awesome, but really, it just was not. Yes, the gameplay concepts are there, and you will be doing these things. However, it is not nearly as fun as it should be. I'm not one to normally nitpick on enemy AI, as I think the common brain-dead baddies make for good shotgun fodder when you need to up the body count. But the enemies here are just horrible. They do not react. They even occasionally just stand there. When you're attempting to rain down the fury of hell upon their worthless existence by pumping everything you've got into them, they still manage to move in the most awkward and bizarre ways, never allowing you to just take something out. Everything in this freaking game is drawn out a little too long. It's not that the enemies are particularly dangerous, but it takes a lifetime of pumping rounds into these guys to finally make them drop, and this is for even the weakest of chicken fodder. It just takes forever to play this game and finish off the simplest of skirmishes. However, while there is kind of a solution to this, it is even more ridiculous. If you decide to start running around like some nut job on crack, a couple of punches to the face will simplify things much more easily. It's not like this is a melee style brawler though, it's just as awkward as normal in any other shooter, if not even more so. So charging like a maniac and pressing the punch button twice finishes off guys quick, while holding down the fire for 20 seconds is just an exercise in frustration. Gee, quite some polish there. Everything in this game is excessive. There are a few cases where you'll be gunning down enemies in the sky, truly kick ass at first, but then it just keeps going and going and going and going while you fend off the exact same enemies endlessly. I really couldn't care for the story, although it might be primarily due to the gameplay, which was so mediocre. Nolan North phones in a performance doing himself, which basically means he ends up sounding like a watered-down version of Nathan Drake from Uncharted, because, well, it's the same guy. What makes the game even more surreal, though, is that the characters even look similar, though with an awkward change in art style, and it seems like the developers were aiming for the exact same personality. It really just is kind of bizarre. During World War II, cargo pilot William Gray gets teleported to another world while flying through the Bermuda Triangle. He somehow manages to get himself dangerously involved with a battle against an alien race while trying to find his way back home. Dark Void has some great ideas, but it's just not fun to play. There are a couple of moments where it looks like things are just about to get awesome, such as taking on a gigantic battle spacecraft with only your rocket pack and guns, but these moments are few and very far between, and everything else is just so boring or painful to play. The art and music direction are very nice throughout though, I guess, but that's really not enough to make a fun gameplay experience. I was heavily disappointed. Dark Void for the PC receives a 4 out of 10.